One focus, 2 hours, 3 months, laser sharp focus, and you will achieve your target. How to do this? Because small 90 days will create tall 9 months, and tall 9 months will create 9 years, huge giant mountainous 9 years, because initial results are very small, but if your choices are good, your choices will turn into your habit, and your habits will turn into your greater actions. Now we are performing one focus 2 hours and for 3 months, and you will see tremendous results, because you have to do one thing before accepting this hard and harsh challenge for 3 months. Now what is this challenge? You have to have sharp focus, laser focus. Now what is the function of sharp laser focus? The sharp laser focus can even penetrate into the diamond, the hard diamond. It can even break the cancer, the deadliest disease. Now if you have this focus in your life, on with only one focus, with only one challenge, that is to seek fluency during 3 months, it is going to build your habit. Now what you have to perform before doing all these strategies which I have mentioned on this whiteboard, you have to do one thing, and that is to avoid prank videos, shit videos, short videos, psychological videos, emotional videos, and relationship videos. Any video that is not supplementing towards your goal of target, towards your target goal, don't accept it. Just reject it. If any content, if any video is supplementing your goal, then accept it. If you are just scrolling and surfing, if you are just surfing the Facebook, you are suffering from Facebook. So what is the function of social media? You have to mitigate the function of social media in order to have deep laser sharp focus on your one focus. Please be remembered, just keep this thing in your mind. If you have more than two focus, you can't concentrate, and if you can't concentrate, if you don't have this laser sharp focus, you can't achieve your target. Number two thing which you have to do in order to have bigger results, in order to have joint 9 years progress in just 90 days, what is that? You have to keep your motivation. Now it is very hard to keep momentous, to be motivated every single day. That's why we have the alternate of self-discipline. But when we follow self-discipline, have you ever witnessed that self-discipline is often used by force, by compulsion? We are not willing to do that, but we are just doing that, and that is not producing productive results. If you want to have productive results, you have to be very motivated, you have to be high motivated. Now what is the function of, and what is the weakness of motivation? That motivation often dies down after a few days. Now the question arises here is that how to keep ourselves motivated, because motivation is the least loyal friends to you. So how can we do that? How can you keep yourself motivated during the long duration of 90 days, every single day? Now the answer will lie in the next step, and the next step is that you have to make English language as your habit. Now you are finding English language very hard, very tough, and you are losing your motivation. You are working, or you are taking the help of self discipline, you are taking, or you are doing it by force, by compulsion, you are not willing. Then how can you make English language as your habit? Now the secret lies here, to be motivated and how to make your English language as your habit. Now the answer is that by listening consecutively for 2 hours. It is going to be hard, but listening is the most or the least attentive activity of anything. Reading requires full concentration, writing requires your full concentration, but listening requires your least concentration. But there is proper functioning. You have to be very concentrative. You have to do it very consciously, because I have divided listening into three parts. It will give you motivation. It will make English language as your habit, because when you make it or when you develop English language as a habit, it will turn automatically into your actions. And when you have strong actions, when you have strong foundation, strong roots, then there will be a strong tree. So this stability of roots will give you the ability to speak English language. This stability of roots will give you the ability to speak English language. Are you getting my points? At this point, you are avoiding yourself from the distractions. You will have the positive effects of production. At this point, you are consuming 2 hours for your English language. It will create 9 months of production. So, very important video is going to be this. Number 1, listening. What kind of content you have to listen, which will give you motivation, which will give you the boost, because early in the morning when we just listen something, it can set the tone for the entire day. So the very first thing you have to perform is to listen podcast, motivational speeches. It's highly recommended. Now, if you listen motivational speeches, you will be motivated for entire 90 days. For entire 90 days, because this motivation is just like a fuel for your spoken English. It's just like a fuel for your determination, for your concentration, for your high energy level during the whole tenure. Because we are motivated for 10 to 12 days, for 20 days. After that, this motivation dies down and we just give up the challenges. So you have to accept this challenge. You have to adopt the laser sharp focus. I am again suggesting the laser sharp focus. For laser sharp focus, you have to avoid prank videos, short videos, psychological videos, emotional videos, relationship videos, any video, because they are just wasting your time, but they are making money. Now what you have to do, you just have to decide if these are useful for your goal. If they are supplementing in your English language journey, then accept it. If not, then reject them. Now coming towards listening. Listening is very important activity. It will boost up your confidence. It will give you the strength to be motivated throughout your tenure, throughout the long 90 days. Because these small initial activities will turn into the giant actions, which will be equal towards 9 months. Because quality is most important. If you are just distracting by all social media in the form of scrolling of Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram, YouTube videos which are not useful and which are not giving you any aid towards your spoken English, then sorry to say that you are just wasting your time. So wisely use your time. Have a laser sharp focus, which can even break the cancer, which can even penetrate into a diamond, the hardest form of stone. Now, the next point is how to do your listening. First, you have to decide, I have to be very motivational and I have to make English language as a habit, to immerse myself, to engage myself, to create an English environment around you. So the very first, the easiest step is to just listen. You are not using any energy. You are just receiving. It is receptive. You are just receiving. You are just pouring knowledge, information, vocabulary, sentence structure, sentence patterns. Key focused. What I am saying. You are just pouring. You are just receiving. It is the function of reception, that you are receiving vocabulary, sentence patterns. Each and everything is stored in your box that is called brain. Now, 3 functions. First, you just have to listen. At second step, You have to pay concentration towards what is being said, towards the message, the tone, voice, intonation, the rise and fall of voice, the pitch, the accent, each and every minute detail. Number 3 point. Number 3 step. Now you have to listen again and very careful. You have to select a very short motivational video. Very short emotional or motivational video. Short. Why? Because you have to listen it for 3 times. First time for just listening, for just creating an immersing and inclusion of English environment around you. Second time you are listening and you are paying attention to what is being said, the message, the words, the sentence structures, the intonation, the rhythm, each and everything, the tone of the voice. How a message can be delivered. If the message is very satirical, if the message is very harsh, what kind of tone you should adopt. If your message is very mild, what kind of tone you should adopt. If the message is full of excitement and you have to deliver some kind of happiness or a news, what kind of tone you should adopt. Now you have changed the changing tone, the rhythm of my voice. You have to pay attention to all these things. Number 3 step of listening. Now you have listened all these things. Listen again, third time. Listen again, third time. Now you just have to gather the points towards what is being said, the points, number 1 point, number 2 point, number 3 point, number 4 point. Now you have to do all these things. Very important activity is now being started. Pay attention to it. The next step of listening, the 3 steps. First step, you have to listen. The second step, you have to pay attention towards the message, the tone, the rhythm, the intonation, each and everything, minute details of the message, how the speaker is speaking, what kind of tone he is adopting, what kind of rhythm he is adopting, the selection of the words, appropriate context in which the words are being spoken, each and everything. The third time, you are gathering the points. How many points are being described in this video? Now, again, very important, crucial part is started now. And what is that point? The point is that now you have to think. You have to think. You have given material, stuff to your brain. Now it's the time to think, to revise, to reorganize, to rearrange, to transform all the information, all the messages in your own words, in your mind. Now it's the training time for your mind. It's the training time your mind, because you have provided enough material, enough information to your brain. Now it's the time for your brain to have some exercise. Because exercise is very important for your health, whether it is physical health or the brain health. Now it's the time of exercise, the gym activity, the exercise, the yoga time for your brain. And now what is that? You have to assign that this is the exercise time, this is your gym time. Now you have to perform some kind of yoga. Just put the thoughts of this video clip, this motivational video clips in your own words. The time starts now. You have to give at least 10 minutes to your brain to just think. 10 minutes to your brain. Now your brain is reorganizing, is describing the thoughts in its own words. The next important thing, very important thing, that should be started from day 1, and that is speaking from day 1. Now you have everything. You have systemized, you have provided material, information, knowledge to your brain. Now it's the time to speak. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the end of these 90 days. No, you have to utilize these 90 days. And from the very first day of these 90 days, you have to speak. You have to speak from your mouth. Now, your brain has restructured, reorganized all the things. Now you have to put them through your mouth. You have to speak it out. You can take the help of any technique, whether it's dramatic monologue, whether it is shadowing technique, whether it is the technique of talking to the mirror, or whether you can text a voice message to your friend in WhatsApp, and you can also get the feedback. You can send these voice messages to your friends, family, or even to your teachers and ask feedback for them. Amazing, amazing. And after, you have to perform this listening, thinking, and speaking triangle. This is very important triangle. Listen, think, and then speak triangle. Listen, think, and then speak for 1 month. For 1 month. Next month starts. Now you are training, you are making English habit. Your brain is receiving novel ideas, novel accents, novel words, the right context for the sentence structure, sentence patterns, each and everything. Wow, you are motivated, you are receiving motivation every single day. You are immersing yourself daily. Well done, congratulations. For 30 days, you have to perform it for 2 hours. One focus to speak English fluently. 2 hours for 3 months. Only one target, no distractions, no Facebook, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no YouTube videos, except only those videos which are supplementing to your cause. Now second month start, the very important month, second month. Now the advent of second month, what should be in this month? Now it should be again a triangle. What kind of triangle? Now you have to listen for half an hour. Very important to maintain your motivational level, to make English level as a habit, to pour the intonation, the accent, or the right pronunciation of the words. Very important. Limit 30 minutes for listening. 30 minutes for listening in the second month. Next, reading. Reading, very amazing activity. Because why reading? Some students ask me, ma'am, why should we read? We are watching YouTube videos, we are listening, we are watching the YouTube videos, and we are just watching the English movies. Then what is the function of reading books? My dear audience, which books can provide you? No other source can provide you, because books are the best friend of yours. If through books you can come across the right context words, you can get the novel ideas. After all, it's the reading that can make you a full man. So second month is the month of reading with listening for 30 minutes, and then after reading you have to read at least for 30 minutes. At least for 30 minutes. 30 minutes listening and 30 minutes reading. After reading, 30 minutes reading, read at least 3 pages. Read at least 3 pages. Very important, 3 pages. First time you have to read for the sake of reading. No, nothing else. Second time you have to read and try to understand the meanings of those words which were difficult for you, which were alien to you. Third time reading, you have to gather the points. Gather the points. Now, time for exercise or gym time for your brain, yoga time for your brain. Then just say a yoga time and exercise time or the gym time for my brain. Again, have a think time for your brain. Thinking time for exercise time for your brain. Now you have to say, brain, now I have provided you enough material in the form of reading. Reorganize the thoughts. Reorganize the thoughts. Now it's the function of the brain to reorganize the thoughts. At least give your brain 10 minutes for thinking, 10 to 15 minutes for organizing your thoughts. If you can even write down. Next thing is that very important thing is to reproduce what you have spoken. Why I have supplemented, why I have taken speaking and thinking in each and everything? Because translating is the greatest hurdle. Translating is like poisonous to your spoken English. Now, why speaking? Because speaking is the ultimate goal of every English learner. That's why I have included it during the 90 days. For next 30 days, this activity. 30 times, 30 minutes reading, listening, 30 minutes reading for 3 times, and after thinking time, yoga and exercise time for your brain, and the last activity is speaking. Enough? Yes, well done. Now again another time, the third month. Now the last third month, the very critical month when you are going to do something. Now you have to do your listening for 30 minutes again. Very good. To stay motivated, to get knowledge, to get familiarized with accent, with intonation, with rhythm, with sentence structures. Now you have to reduce 3 pages to 1 page. 1 page reading for third time. Now you have to decide 30 points, 30 questions, 30 topics. You have to write down 30 topics. Let it be very clear. 30 topics. What? How many topics? 30 topics. Now you have to mention in your diary in sequence form 30 topics. 30 topics for each day. Every day. Now you don't have to study the books. Now you have to study, you have to read the material regarding the topic, each topic for each day. For example, I love traveling. Why I love traveling? Because I want to know what is all around the world. What are the specialities of all the world? What are the values, civilization, and culture of how people are living, how people are different from each one of the land. And now you will come across thousands of points traveling. Number 1 day, traveling. Number 2 day, routine. Which is the best moment according to you of your daily routine? Why it is the best moment like this? Now you have to search 30 topics of your own choice and gather. And number 1 day, traveling. Gather material and from Google and just read the topics for 3 times. Just number 1, just for reading. Number 2, in order to understand what is being said. Number 3, to gather the points. Now again, thinking time, yoga or exercise time for your brain. Give 10 minutes to your brain to recollect. Now the third month is very important because you are giving 30 important, diverse, different topics to your brain. You are adding up to your knowledge, information, ideas. 30 topics for 30 days. Journaling, writing. Now you have to write it down. What you have read about the topic, just write it down. Just write it down. When you are writing, in fact, you are giving time to think in English. You are writing, you are restructuring your thought. This is very important activity because you are giving your brain a systematic pattern that this is the definition. What is traveling? What are the benefits of traveling? Why I love traveling? Why most people love traveling? All the resources you have to collect from the Google. Done? After that, you have to speak for 30 days. And these small initial tasks will turn into your habits, and these habits will turn into your mighty actions, because after all, small 90 days will create tall 9 months, and tall 9 months will create mountainous 9 years effect. This is compound effect said by किसने कहा था? Albert Einstein. So if you like this mighty challenge, accept it and be and excel, because this is something different. You have to adopt some different approach. You are listening some motivation. So with this positive note, I end this video. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed, and you have to comment me what is your 90 days challenge. What do you think? What can be added in these points? Because I have not added any new vocabulary, phrases, or idioms. Because everything, or grammar, everything is adding. When you are listening, you are in fact feeding yourself with new words, new vocabulary, new context. You are feeding yourself when you are reading, when you are gathering materials on 30 topics. You are in fact adding up to your knowledge about different kind of vocabulary. So no separate part for vocabulary, phrasal verbs or idioms. Just go ahead and achieve your target. your destination is crystal clear, your route is crystal clear, and this is the advent. These are the roots of fluency. If these are the set up in the high place, there will be the fruits of fluency in the form of tree. So with this positive note, I certainly end this video. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.